This piece was originally published on January 3, 2013, as part of a 20-year commemorative edition of the Bills' 41-38 victory over the Houston Oilers in what still holds as the greatest comeback in NFL history. Whether it was the quiet strength of Frank Reich, the passion of Darryl Talley, or the fire of the fans in Rich Stadium, the Bills found a spark after falling behind by 32 points in the third quarter and rallied past the Oilers in a wild card game victory for the ages. Frank Reich began the greatest day of his football life in pretty mundane fashion. Reich walked to his car in the early morning cold outside the Bills team hotel and found that he didn't have an ice scraper. So Reich turned on the defroster, leaned back and contemplated the challenge that lay ahead of him. In a few hours, at Rich Stadium, he would start a wild card game against the Houston Oilers. It would be the first playoff start of his NFL career. The Bills quarterback popped a song into the tape deck called "In Christ Alone," which he had been listening to over and over to prepare him for the biggest game of his life. Something compelled me to pull out our playbook and write down the lyrics, Reich recalled. I said, win or lose today, whether I play good or bad, I need to share this song with someone today, because it gave me the strength and courage to walk out there, not knowing what would happen. The lyrics were simple enough. In every victory let it be said of me, my source of strength, my source of hope, is Christ alone. Reich, a deeply religious man, said he wasn't asking God to help him win, but to carry himself with a spiritual dignity, to show the world that there are many ways to define victory in this life. His faith was tested soon enough. Reich, who got the starting job when Jim Kelly hurt his knee against the same Oilers the week before, was soundly outplayed in the first half. Warren Moon, a future Hall of Famer, threw for 4 touchdowns as the Oilers surged to a 28-3 halftime lead. Maybe this was the objective, for Reich to stand tall and show personal strength after the most humiliating loss of his career. In his heart, he didn't expect the Bills to come back. As they sat in a dispirited halftime locker room, many of his teammates figured the team's 2-year Super Bowl run was likely coming to an end. I remember walking in, thinking, I bet my wife has left the stadium and she's packing for the off-season, said Mark Pike, the former special teams ace. But these were the Bills, remember. They had come back many times before, despite injuries. Kelly was out, so was Cornelius Bennett. Thurman Thomas had started the game, but gave way to Kenneth Davis after aggravating a hip pointer early in the second half. Bruce Smith played, but was compromised by bruised ribs. They might have been down, but there was still an essential spark of belief in that team. That spark flared in different corners of the locker room during halftime, reminding everyone that this game wasn't over yet. Elijah Pitts, the late running backs coach, told me, "They're better than you are right now," Davis said from Dallas, where he works as a high school athletic director. I said, "Coach Pitts, no, they're not better than us right now." He said, "Then let me see you prove it."